What if you could wake up every morning with unlimited energy? What if you could change your attitude every day so that better options started to show up for you of what you really wanted in life? What if you were in the office or your home and people looked up to you for inspiration? In this short video, my friend, I'm going to show you how I start my day with my 7-step morning ritual. You've been asking for it? Here it is. All right, I had a mentor tell me a long time ago. He said, Drew, how you start your day is how you start the rest of your life. And day by day, when you're consistent, doing the same thing over and over to lead to growth, it will change everything about your life. See, the thing about my morning ritual is it actually starts the night before. And I want to encourage you to do this as well. So before I go to bed, I do one thing very, very important. Maybe you've seen other videos where I have like this bracelet or a mala. And what I do with this actually is I hold it in my hand before I go to bed. And on every single one of these beads, I say something that I'm thankful for, right? And I usually go through it once. If I've had a bad day, then I'll go through it twice. And as I roll through this, I anchor my gratitude on it. And when you have gratitude, it keeps you engaged in the present moment. You're not living in the past, you're not living in the future, you're right here, right now. And what happens when you're right here, right now, is you start to show up for people. You start to understand, you start to hear them. Not with your ears, but you hear them with your heart. And then if you listen correctly, you can give much better guidance. If you're a coach, personal trainer, whatever you're doing in life, a mom, a dad, you can be more engaged. And that's what we want. The second thing I do before I go to bed is I figure out 3 tasks that are really important the next day. My buddy Carl White told me this. He said, Drew, write on a paper plate the 3 tasks that you want to get done before noon the next day. It's all about getting the most important things, the things that are going to make the biggest impact in your life done immediately the next day. So the third thing I do before I go to bed the next day is, and I don't do this every night, but the night that I do it, it really impacts my life dramatically. And that is what I like to call day scripting. I have a journal and I write out how I want to be during the next day. I write it as if I'm writing a movie. So if I have an important meeting, I'll spend some time scripting out what's happening in that meeting. And I can tell you, my friend, how many times I've scripted out the next day or a meeting or a conversation that I've had with somebody that I haven't seen in a while, that word for word, what I wrote in the script starts to show up in my reality. And that's powerful. When you sleep, your subconscious mind starts to decode what you've done before you go to bed. And if we're energetic frequency beings, that frequency that we're emitting before we go to bed can start to position greater opportunities in your life the next day, the next month, the next 10 years. So consistency is key here. And then I go out to the kitchen and I have about a liter and a half of water. And I think this is crucial. You know, when you sleep, you're a little dehydrated when you wake up. So water is so important for all the mitochondria in your body. And every single energetic system that you have, water is quintessential. Next, I go to the gym and I move. Now, my gym schedule in the morning is I like to stay in there for about 45 minutes to an hour, get a really good workout in. If I don't have that time, I'll work out for 15 to 20 minutes in a hotel or if I'm traveling throughout the world, and I make sure I move. If I don't have enough time to go lift weights in the gym, which I usually do, I'll do stuff to cleanse my lymphatic system, right? So Qigong, there's some exercises that you can do. One of them in particular is I like to stand up, arms in front of me like this, and I just bounce, right? Flush out that lymphatic system. And when you're flushing out your lymphatic system, that's what's gonna boost your immune system up. And then next, I'll get some appreciation time, 10 minutes of meditation. I find that 10 minutes is like that magical number where I just close my eyes and I breathe. And when I first started doing this, one thing I did is I just focused on my breath. You know, big breath in. At the top of the breath, there's this 1 to 2 second pause where you don't breathe. And that silence, some people say, is the connection to God, it's the connection to divine source. And in that silence, that's when you get those ideas. It's pretty cool, some of the ideas that I've had during meditation. After meditation, appreciation, writing down what I'm appreciative for and the different things that I look forward to with enthusiasm the next day or currently in the moment that I have to look forward to that day. So number 7 is learn. You have to learn. And what I like to do is I'll read for 30 minutes, sometimes an hour, every single morning, something that I'm interested in. It can be spiritual, personal development, something that's going to grow you as a person. And when you're growing as a person, I encourage you to share it with the other people around you. In the sharing, that's when you really learn it, right? You've heard that the teacher learns the most. They learn something and then they share it with the kids and then they know it. And I want you to know this stuff. So choose books that excite you. Choose books that you're passionate about. Something that's going to pump you up and build you and give you more enthusiasm to move throughout your day. Stay away from the news. Stay away from gossip. Stay away from the romantic novels in the morning. If you're into that kind of thing, focus on personal development and focus on growing you as a person. That's the best investment of all. Thanks for tuning in on this Mindset Monday, my friends. I'm Drew Canole. Remember, we're in this together. I'll see you next time.